Hi everyone, it's Josh C again. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thanks so much. I know you have a lot of choices out there, but I really appreciate you stopping by today. If you're new to my channel, I'm a realtor here in Northern Colorado, and I'm a former educator of 13 years. And I've served in every role from a support staff person to a classroom teacher to a guidance counselor to a principal. So I've seen a little bit of everything. So what to expect when buying a house in 2021? Especially if you're a first-time home buyer, you'll want to check this video out. Before we get started, I'd really appreciate it. Hit the like button, tap the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and comment below. I post videos every Wednesday and every Saturday on various topics related to real estate, and I'd love to hear what you would like to learn more about. I'd be happy to post a video about that. So here are 6 things to look out for when you're looking to purchase a house in 2021. Inventory, at least in the first quarter, the first several months of 2021, just about across the nation, across the United States, we've seen a huge fall in inventory, or the amount of houses actually for sale. To give you kind of a reference point, a healthy real estate market is about a 6 to 7 month supply, meaning if no new homes were put up for sale, then we'd run out of houses to sell in about 6 or 7 months. Well, right now we have about a 14 to 30 day supply in a lot of your hot markets. Think places that you'd really want to live during this pandemic and even after the pandemic. So your vacation spots, things like that, okay? Obviously, if there are fewer homes on the market and there are a lot of buyers, which we're finding there are a plentiful amount and an incredible number of buyers wanting to and desiring to build a house, there's multiple offers on just about every home. I've seen homes that are in really rough shape and need $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 worth of work, and they are on the market for a matter of days, sometimes even hours. They get an offer, they go under contract, and that's it. It's wild, it's crazy. It is a seller's market, but this is so much more than a seller's market. This is, I don't even know what the right adjective it is. So expect, if you love a house and you see it, there are going to be dozens, if not hundreds of others that are going to love that same home, and you have to jump on it. The third thing to expect when purchasing a home in 2021, be prepared to expand your search area. With the limited number of homes for sale and that are out there right now, you need to really think about, what is my ideal search area? And granted, that may be a specific neighborhood that you have really been zeroing in on. You may have to really think about expanding that, because if there are any homes for sale in that desired neighborhood of yours, there's going to be a lot of people that are trying to get in that same neighborhood, and that may be the lone house in a subdivision or a neighborhood of hundreds of homes that's for sale. So think about, what are my other areas? Maybe there's still areas I like, but I can expand my search area a little bit so I at least get some other options on the table that I may be able to afford, number one, and I still really like. The fourth thing to expect when purchasing a home in 2021, post-occupancy agreements. What are these? Well, these are essentially an agreement that a seller of a home will put in place in a contract, in a real estate contract, saying, I need to stay, I want to sell my house, but I need to stay in my home for 10 days, 14 days, 30 days, sometimes even as long as 60 days. And a lot of times they're doing that because they have to also guarantee that they can find a new home to live in. So we're seeing post-occupancy agreements increase in a big way because of the low inventory of homes for sale. So something to think about. You may close on the home in 30 days, but you may not be able to occupy it for another 30 days or beyond. Now, a good realtor, they're gonna be able to walk you through that. Essentially, the seller would pay you rent and you get some cash in your pocket and various things like that. So you're not just, out of the house and not getting compensated for it. So there are some avenues there that in which post-occupancy agreements work. Talk to your realtor, they'll be able to help you with all the details. So the fifth thing to expect when purchasing a home in 2021 is closing costs. These can be anywhere from 0.5% to even up to a full percent of the sales price or of the purchase price of your home, depending on your area, depending on your market, depending on the house, a lot of other factors, but that's a good general rule of thumb. Closing costs. In a buyer's market, that's something that you can usually, a seller will pay for you. If there are a lot of homes on the market, A lot of times you can get the seller to pay your closing costs, and many times getting a house for free outside of just your down payment. Well, in this seller's market and so few homes on the market, you need to really expect to pay your own closing costs. It's going to be really difficult for you to get a home or to get an attractive offer on that home that you love unless you're willing to pay your own closing costs. 3, 4, 5 offers on the table. If you're the one that asked for closing costs, there's a good chance the other 3 or 4 offers aren't asking for that, and it's going to boot your offer out the window. So be prepared to set that money aside to be able to pay your own closing costs, because these sellers, they know they're going to be able to sell their home in a matter of days, hours, like we talked about. The last thing they want to do is to have to pay closing costs for a buyer when they likely have a buyer out there that's willing to do that. So closing costs, be prepared to pay for those. And the 6th thing to keep in mind when purchasing a home in 2021 is patience. Patience. Purchasing and searching for a home is a long game a lot of times, and you've got to be patient because there are a lot of steps along the way to not only find that ideal home, to put a contract in on the home, and then to go through all the process of getting to that closing table and getting the keys to your wonderful new home. But patience more than ever. Be prepared to put multiple offers on multiple homes, and it can become emotionally exhausting. Again, like I said earlier, find a realtor that really has the best interest for you, because he or she, they're going to be in the long game as well with you. Very rarely we're seeing in this first quarter of realtors being able to get that first home for their client after the first offer. It's just because there are such low inventory of homes. So be patient more than ever. Take a lot of deep breaths, and maybe even take a step back and realize, what do we really want? What are our negotiables? I talk to my clients all the time. Really think about, what are my non-negotiables in a home and what are my negotiables? That's something like myself, like a realtor, I can work with. I'm going to always stick with those non-negotiables if a client says we have to backfill an open space, or they have to have 3 bedrooms, or they have to have 2 baths. I recognize that you can't change any of that. Or if they want a specific location. We talked about expanding the search area, obviously. But think about, what are those negotiables? Do I really have to have granite countertops? Do I really have to have that main floor office when, if I have another bedroom maybe on the main floor, maybe I can use that for my office? Think about what those negotiables or non-negotiables are. Okay, that's it for our video today. The 6 things to expect when purchasing a home in 2021. Again, this is Josh C. I'm a realtor here in Northern Colorado. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment below with any ideas you have, any questions, comments. I get back to 100% of you guys. And until next time, we'll see you there. Check out all my social media as well at See It Sold Josh. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, you name it. Contact information is below. We'll see you guys next time.